I knew I was going to get a scholarship. I wasn't worried about a scholarship. Academically, I was impeccable. Athletically, I was one of the best in the nation. So it was only a matter of time when people were going to come find me. It was just a matter of who.
Mm-hmm.
And was it the place that I wanted to go and the place that I felt that was great for me? But if you focus on the wrong things, a lot of times we're focusing on the finance and we're not focusing on the life that's in front of us. And the life that's in front of you is everything. The time that you have with your kids and growing and nurturing your kids and getting them ready for whatever is next in life, because you don't know when you're going to leave here and when you don't. So everything's not transactional.
Right. And I know I definitely agree with that. I was talking to one of the parents, and I said, man, volleyball is tough. It's a lot of money, a lot of travel, a lot of time. I said, I spent this extra amount of money. I could already pay for college. I said, I don't advise nobody to play volleyball. Though I'm telling him, I'm not like, this is just too much. It's out of control. Somebody said, my daughter want to play volleyball. Go run track. I'm trying to steer him away from, that ain't the sport for us. That was tough, and he looked at me and he said, Lo, your daughter played volleyball for 10 to 12 years before she went to college. She got a full scholarship. When you agree those 10 to 12 best years of you and her life together, and I looked at him and I was like, yeah, you're right. I mean, but it took someone to one that's kind of like to tell me that, because like you said, it went about the money. I'm thinking spending this money, and I could afford it. If you can't afford it, you wouldn't do it anyway. But still, I'm thinking that way. But it's no cost on time with your kids. It's no cost on time.
No cost on time with the people that you love in general. Not even just your kids, just anybody. And so if you're looking at the return on investment or whatever the case may be, everybody's in this world is really harping on money. Mm-hmm. And honestly, money is the most irrelevant thing out there. It's kind of like on the golf course, guys want to bet all the time. They're like, oh man, I bet you $100. I bet you. I was like, I don't want none of that. I bet you 50 push-ups. I bet you 100 push-ups. Oh man, I ain't doing that. Why you want to bet me that? Well, because I know you can go make more money. I ain't worried about that. I want a little piece of your soul out here. I want to see you go, eek! I want to hear that. That's what I want to hear. I want to own a little bit of your soul in my back pocket. And that's what I'm looking for. Because money can be gotten, money can be lost, money can be stolen, it can be gained, it can be earned. All kinds of stuff with money. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. Because you're always going to be paying for something. Right. When have you ever seen a person that don't pay for nothing? I'll wait.
I was talking about, let's say it's free. Ain't nothing free.
Nope.
And I like what you said, too. I go back to a return on investment. I hear it all the time in volleyball. Return on investment is starting to trickle down to football. It used to be where you play football, you do your thing, you go to high school, right? But now since football, to my opinion, turning into what we call money ball. But everybody want to return the investment. So I'm spending all this money for my kids to travel all over the place, not 6-year-old, 8-year-olds to travel to Detroit, Indiana, Indianapolis, Atlanta to play a youth football game, right? At 6, 7, 8 years old. They doing it now. They're going to that route. And they be like, I got to do it. I have to do it. I got to get a return on my investment. I got to work him. I got to train him. He got to get out there no matter what. And then they let the grades start, the slacking, and they're like, oh, forget that part. Them football, sport. Because they got to get a return on your investment. And I think we're missing a boat.
We're going to stop that.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So first things first. Highest paid person in the NBA right now is who?
NBA? Mm-hmm. Jaylen Brown.
Okay. How much money does Jaylen Brown make, give or take?
300-some million.
Okay. What team does Jaylen Brown play for?
Boston.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Who write Jaylen Brown checks?
NBA write the check.
No.
But the people who pay to get in tickets in the game, the sponsors?
No.
Pepsi? Somebody got a soda machine there, pay all the money?
No.
This television?
The owner.
The owner.
So let me ask you this question. Now, because he's an employee of the Boston Celtics. The owner is responsible for everybody on that payroll, every player, every medical staff, every coach, and you can go down the list of them, even to the people who change the floor out. Do you think that this man is writing this person a bigger check than he gets every year?
No.
So then sports is not the way out, but education is.
Yes.
Jeff Bezos has more money than most people because of Amazon. And the thing that people are not understanding while you out here chasing this sports career, I always tell every kid, do not go be an athlete. It is harder work than having a desk job. If you don't love it, if you can't wake up every morning and go to sleep every night, and if you have not been on your field, or if you have not been training, if you have not lifted weight, and you don't feel complete unless you've done that, then you probably should go be an athlete. But if you're just trying to chase money, you want to buy your mama a house, you want to buy a Lambo, you want to do all this other stuff, go pay attention in that classroom. I promise you, you got a better chance of getting all that stuff. I'll give you the real numbers. I'm going to start with a simple one.
Go ahead.
Okay. How many people play in the NFL? Love this number.
Ooh, 4 to 6 player per team plus.
So you got a 53-man roster on each team.
What, 4 to 6 now?
46. Okay. How many teams?
What is now?
20, 27, 28?
32 teams.
32 teams. All right. 32 teams. So that's what? 500 and some odd people? 530?
Well, you know, I'm good at math, but you don't want to call it for a minor in math.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
So
2,000.
So we got 2,000 people. All right, watch this. Now, I take these 2,000 people. You gonna tell everybody that they have a chance of getting to the NFL?
No.
Okay. No.
We're gonna tell them that, yeah.
Okay, so let's go off that.
Now.
So now let's break it down. Okay. If I'm 6'6", 270 pounds, well, I can guarantee you there's probably about, I don't know, 10 positions that I can't play. Minimum. More like 15. There's really only 8 positions I can play on each team. Multiply that by 32. If I'm 5'5", 5'8", 170 pounds, really ain't but 4 positions I can play on either side of the ball.
Right.
Combined.
Right.
For 32 teams.
Right.
Okay? So now these numbers get real small. Because based on your body type, and when you really look at it, there's only 4 positions. So 4 positions at 32 teams is how much? It's a very simple one. 4 times 30. 120. Okay. So for each person's body type, and you do have a freak athlete that may get 8. So we'll bump it up to the freaks that's out there that can get 8 positions.
Yeah.
So now you at 240. 240.
Mm-hmm.
Average lifespan of an NFL player is 3 years.
That's it.
Okay. Cool. Now watch this. This is where it's going to throw you off. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. How many companies in the Fortune 500?
500.
All them companies have a what at the top?
CEO.
So mathematically, it's 2 times easier for you to be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company than it is to play in the NFL.
NFL's a dream. A college degree is reality.
But here's my thing. How many CEOs keep their job for more than 2 to 3 years? Now, see, here we go again.
Here we go again.
If we looking at the numbers.
So that's why.
So we got all these kids out here basing themselves to be at an elite level where there's only 240 positions possible for them. Ain't nobody waking up saying, I'm going to be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Now, mind you, outside the Fortune 500, these CEOs are making very good money. Very good money. But no one's having that thought process because we think that this is the only way out. The only reason why I sit in front of you the way I do now is because my brain power was better.
Yeah.
You know, my brother was a much better athlete than me. Jamar, we thought he was the one.
Right.
Till he broke his ankle. We thought he was the one. We knew it. We knew he was better. I know he was better. I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't lie about it. Jamar was a much better athlete than me, hands down, all the way. My brother was so much better.
Right.
He got hurt, I didn't. What we seeing in front of me, my whole life that we see, that wasn't mine, that was his. That's what we all thought. We thought I was going to be good.
Right.
We thought I had a chance,
Right.
but he was the superstar.
I remember when I brought you out there.
Yeah.
He was there. Also, this is his little brother.
Yeah. He the one. Jamar is the one, not me.
Yeah.
Not me at all.
You know, I want to go back to something that you said is very interesting too, right? And you brought it up. And we talk about the education side of it because about the Fortune 500, the CEO. The way football is going now and recruiting going, or sports periods, that might be the way, they're going to be the answer now. Because now it's all geared towards certain athletes now, the money side of it. And the athlete that would have went to D1 or big-time program, now they are now going to smaller program. 2 years ago, I had 7 boys that I just knew they're going to go at least to FAU or go to Virginia, who's not doing that good, but they're a great academic school. Mm-hmm. Didn't go in there. But 2 of them went to Yale. I got 2 Princetons. Mm-hmm. We had Valparaiso. You might think it's a great academic school. We had so these guys went to Cornell. Mm-hmm. So Holy Cross, West Point, Navy. So they going to them schools there. They're playing football, but at the same time, they understand
a higher
level education. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, I feel like that's the way it goes. So that part about student athlete I brought up earlier is I know it wasn't about greatness, but student athlete is losing to athlete student. It's losing because that's what they want to do, and you brought that up. But they need to keep that in place, and what's going to make it be in place is because of the money and what they're doing in sports now with the NIL and all that. So the kids will have to be smarter, man.
NIL. All right, here we go. So everybody looks at the $1 million and thinks it's a lot of money. Let's do the real. $1 million after you take the taxes at 33 leaves you what? 600.
Right.
600.
33 or 38?
38. Well, let's just round it up. Well, actually, depending on what state you're in.
Correct.
Because depending on your state and then what school depends on how much they take too. Because they can take as much as half.
Correct. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So let's just say we're at the school where they're gonna take half. All right, cool. You got half gone. Now you at 5. That's what's up. $100,000 a year ain't no money.
Nowadays we know that. Wow.
You burn through 100 real quick. Mm-hmm. So what are we really talking about? You're not talking about life-saving, life-changing, life-altering money. I mean, I saw a thing, I think it was yesterday or today. Kirk Cousins will have more career earnings money through contract than Tom Brady. Wow.
And he didn't win 7 Super Bowls.
He ain't won but one playoff game.
Playoff game.
You ain't talking about Super Bowls. I mean, he ain't won but one playoff game his whole career. You have to understand, but here's the kicker. Some people's purpose, God's vision for some people is unexplainable. So stop judging yourself based on what you see everybody else getting and being upset at what you not getting. When you get the opportunity, do with it what you're supposed to do what you're led to do, remember what you're there for and your purpose, and then everything else will be okay. Now, you done known me how many years? I don't never talk about money to nobody. I don't never ask for no money. I don't talk about money. I give a lot to my community because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what God has ordained for me to do. I've probably given away over $500,000 worth of stuff in the sport where you don't make that money. There are no $1 million contracts in my sport, but that's not it. I also never worry about anything because of the way how I am obedient to God's plan.
Right.
So a lot of times we find ourselves looking at NIL. We think that NIL is going to be the savior. Truth be told to you, and it sounds terrible, but let's be honest. Money does not fix problems. For some reason, as black people, we think that money fixes problems.
Might be praying problems.
Best example I can ever give anybody is if money fixed problems, or Anthony Bourdain would still be alive right here, right now. That's as real as it gets. He had the easiest job in the world, or so we thought. Travel the world, eating food.
Yep.
On video.
Yep.
Put out a show. Eating food, kicking it, shooting it with the people. Hey, what's up? Yep. Chilling.
Yeah.
Dead as a doorknob, though. Seriously. He died by himself. Money solves absolutely nothing. Finding your purpose and following God's ordained light in your life is everything.
So speaking of purpose, everyone have a purpose. You know your purpose. I mean, I know my purpose.
Now you know your purpose because you was mad when you got hurt.
Well, yeah.
You thought you were supposed to be there, but you have changed more lives and helped more people than you ever would have helped if you made it.
I agree.
There we go.
I agree.
Okay.
Because I in high school, I mean, they asked me, what you want to be when you grow up? I said, a businessman and a coach.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I'm still trying to go football, playing football. I get hurt. Come home, businessman, coach.
Mm-hmm.
Know your purpose. You know your purpose.
I know my purpose.
But sometimes things have to happen for you to find that purpose sometime. Or you have to go through different journeys or different things. I want to get back now to Maurice